Hello, gunpla fans. It is Speedball, and today for you, I bring with you with not an official version, but I do have for you from the Gundam Seed Destiny series, the Seed's incarnation of our blue giant itself, the Gouf Ignited. Now, yes, as I mentioned, this is not the official Bandai version, my friends, unfortunately, but there's good reasons why I don't have that version to show you, unfortunately. Mainly because at this current time of this video, the Gouf Ignited's Bandai version has not been reissued in a long time, and it's a bit sad with all the recent Seed reissues. So yeah, but that doesn't mean we won't see one. So just keep that in mind, my friends. But yes, this is a third-party bootleg version of the original high-grade Gouf Ignited from the brand TT Hongli, I believe it's called. Sorry, I always forget that one's name. But yes, this is of course just that a straight copy of the original version, and even though it is a copy, guys, I still wanted to review this for you guys so you guys can at least get an idea of what the Gouf Ignite looks like, or what it looked like when it was originally released and such. And even though it is almost a 20-year-old mold, it is still a fun model. I mean, that's the one thing I always say with the older Zaft based grunts. I never have a problem with them. And that includes this one as well. I had no issue building this kit. It only took me like less than a day to put it all together and detail it. And yeah, I like it. It was a fun build. I do like the color scheme of this one because do note that the Gouf Ignite does come in a variety of color variants. Most of them, however, are character variants, I believe, as into like custom pilot versions like the Hgce Orange custom and such like that and such. But this is the standard grunt version. Just any generic pilot can use it. And of course, in my opinion, I think this is the best version of them because, well, I mean, come on, it's the standard blue Gouf. We all can agree blue is the Gouf's main color. And that's why I really liked it. And I was so lucky when I was able to pick this kit up a while back. Honestly, I just got lucky, honestly, when I found this online because unfortunately, if you are looking for a Bandai version, yeah, you're going to have to get your wallet out. I say that not as a joke. I literally said it because until we get a reissue, I have seen the original Gouf Ignited version, specifically the blue version, go for like insane prices. I've seen over $100 for an Hgce, guys, and that's not like the Destroy Gundam or anything like that size. I'm just talking about this for $100 and more. I mean, would you honestly pay that? Yeah, that's what I'd figure. So yeah, when I was able to pick up this kit, I just figured, I'd rather pay the 20 to 30 bucks I paid for this, plus I got a deal with another kit, which I will show you at another time, for it. And I said, why not? And honestly, it's not that bad. I mean, the plastic quality for this third-party version isn't bad. It's pretty accurate, or very closely accurate to Bandai's. Nothing is broken, chipped, cracked, or any of that kind of matter, and so forth. The only thing I've had an issue with is the backpack, but I'll get to that once we get to that section. First off, of course, let's take a look at him all over. The nice details. Now, of course, note, since we are talking about a Seed Hgce, yes, this kit does need a little paintwork because, as you can see with this decal sheet I have for you, yeah, yeah. Luckily, of course, if you're worried, don't worry. The white, pretty much all these decals are just for the backpack. But you will still have to do a little extra decaling, or sorry, paint work on other parts. For example, the shield. I really loved how it turned out, but yeah, the white is paint. Complete painted, my friends. It's pretty much all blue. And same with the colors underneath here, you see all the gray and such painted. And same with his epic sword. I love this thing. This thing is so cool looking. But yeah, no, this is all painted. But luckily enough, I really liked how the paint turned out on this one because usually we have to use like a yellow paint like you see in the picture there, but I always try to go with a more anime color accuracy, and a lot of the pictures I saw of the Gouf didn't really have a yellowish color. They had more of a goldish yellow color, and without having to use actual like metallic paints and such, I had this darker yellow paint for this, and it turned out really nice. It's like so much accurate to the original. I do like it. And same with the white I had, it just works great. And of course, the mono eye I gave it because, of course, it comes with the regular sticker, guys, but I like using different decals for the eyes, and I really love how that turned out for the detail, my friends. It is a really good build after all now, and I just love it. I do, even for its age and such. So now, enough of me talking. Let's get to the articulation. It does full 360. It's on a peg setup for the arms. The shoulder joint can come out this far, though I don't know if it's just my copy, but if you pull it out too far, the ball joint inside the chest here will pop out. So it'll just be like hanging, like he's been badly wounded. So, just keep that in mind if you have one. The arms can go about that far. he's got a ball jointed hand, but like I said, once again, I don't know if it's just my copy, but the ball jointed wrist seems a bit stiff, and same with the elbow here. It's a little stiff right there, but it's not too bad. And of course, if you move the shoulder armor around, he can bend as far as it can go with no problem. As for waist, he can go about that far before bumping into his own armor. Leg can go about that far before bumping into the back skirt. And the front skirt, you can go all the way up that far. Now, of course, mention this now. The front skirt isn't actually designed separately. It's designed with the full rod between them. I just personally, I always cut it in the middle to give it that extra articulation capability. So you can do that if you were wondering. And as for feet, he has the poly cap inside, so you can move the feet out that far with no problem. And as for the head, it is on a ball joint and can go all the way around, though mine is just a little stiff. Yeah, and that's about it for that. Now, of course, for the backpack, well, there's one of the things I was going to mention. Give me 1 second. As you noticed just a second ago, yes, the wing does pop out because it's on a ball joint. Though for some reason, I just don't know offhand, but mine just seem to be very stiff inside the backpack connection and just don't want to move up and down as they probably should. But the most interesting part I noticed with the wing setup is that they actually have a metal part inside them. Yes, this kit actually utilizes a special metal pins that go inside the wings there to connect them together, and you use this part that comes with it to actually push them in. So if you do get this kit and you happen to see a small baggie with metal pins in them, don't lose them. Trust me. But when you do have them fully deployed, they will go like this, like that. And there you go. It's for flight mode. It is a really nice setup, though for some reason, this pin here is just more looser than the other one, so I'll just have to adjust that later. But yeah, I mean, it's a really cool backpack setup. Now, of course, you don't really have to have the backpack on if you don't want. It's just a standard one peg in the back. Now, was a little curious to see, but I don't believe any of the Zaft wizard packs can really work on the Gouf here, unfortunately, mainly because most of the wizard packs are designed with a special back mold where the whole backpack plugs into, whereas this one just has for the peg. So I don't believe any of the wizard packs will fit this, unfortunately. It would have been cool to have seen, but but then again, you never know. So yeah, other than that, accessory wise, now let's put this down. As you can already see, he does come with this. It's one of the most well-known generic stands you can put on a gunpla or any model. But yes, you can of course use this for poses. You will also get a special hand. As you can see, it looks like a standard fist hand, but the ball joint is actually bent down, and of course, it's designed specifically to hold these really cool beam rods. These are so cool. I like them because all they do is plug underneath the arm there, and you can have a lasso grab one or just a standard straight one to attack with. It's really nice. And pretty much, yeah, you don't get any guns or anything for the Gouf here because his wrists are mounted with machine guns. And of course, he's got his epic swords. And other than that, you just get covers for the bottom, when you're not using a stand or anything. And you get these very tiny, literally tiny covers to go underneath the wrists there to cover up when you're not using the beam effects. So yeah, that's it. That is literally all the accessories you get for this one kit. And yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I definitely like it. I get why he doesn't come with a lot of weapons. I do get that. These designs mostly focus on his beam parts and his epic battle sword. Now, of course, the cool part about the sword is that you actually get two. One that is fully deployed, and one you can actually store inside the back, his little shield here, which is really nice. I love that gimmick. I always love it when a mobile suit comes with that kind of gimmick. It's fun. So you can actually have it two swords in a sense. But yes, it is really fun to have, guys. And yeah, I could definitely see why this is a popular unit, for the series and so forth. Now, a good question one might ask is, do I foresee any future Gouf Ignite announcements, like, a new high grade or anything like that? I could say yes, in a sense, and it's a good sense. One reason is that, like I said, the Gouf Ignited is a generic grunt for the series, but it is well seen a lot in the series. So I could see a Gouf get an announcement for a good reason, and that is, for those who remember the Jin and Zaku Warrior Master Grade announcements, Uh, those were a part of the Zafts series, of course, and well, were very popular units because they had that many versions of. So, since technically we didn't get revives of those two units, I could see them do a master grade version to the Gouf here to go with that whole Zaft Grunt master grade line they're doing, it seems. Because if not, we probably would have gotten revives of the other two and just later on revive of him. Now, I can't say when we might see one because right now, as we've all been noticing, we haven't been seeing a lot of master grade announcements, so it might not be right away. Then again, they might surprise us too with all the new seed announcements we've been getting. Maybe they'll announce a high grade revive, but I think they're not right now because I think they're just more focused on the movie units than any other units, really. If now, however, if that unit happens to have a counterpart unit from something else that they can reuse the new one from, then they probably will. But I don't remember the Gouf here being in the movie, so yeah, I might have forgotten or missed it, but yeah. So my final thoughts. Yes, I could definitely recommend this kit, though, as I've already mentioned, do remind that there are some paintwork to do on this kit if you're getting it, but I more or less recommend it if, for one, we get a reissue for Bandai, of course, to pop this kit back out, or if we, as I said, maybe get a later master grade version or even a revive version. Yeah, I would still check out a new Gouf because it's just, these are really cool. But yeah, I would say if you want to check this kit out, please go ahead, but go for a good priced one. Do not go for the scalped versions. No, if that was the only ones, then just wait. I would just wait for a reissue, if anything, at least, because I'm sure we're bound to get one. Because I mean, we did get one of the Dom here, and this is a good model. So yeah, don't be surprised. All right, real quick, we'll do some size comparisons, as I just showed you, with his fellow Seed incarnation, the Dom Trooper, and I really like these two together because I just love to have the whole Seed incarnation setup. All I'm missing is a certain Gelgoog and Gaian, my friends. But yes, there's that. And a very recent build and review I just did of the Strike Dagger. I figured why not throw enemies together, right? And lastly, just for fun of it, my Goon. I really like this kit. It's one of my favorite customs I've done, and it just looks really nice to have together with his fellow Zaft friend. So yes, that is it for today, my friends. I thank you always for coming. I hope you're enjoying your hobby, and of course, as I've been mentioning lately, you will see more seed builds coming very soon. Thank you all for coming.